think it was some brainstorm. You know what? The first suggestion might be totally let's work on it. You know what I'm saying? And rather than
Good afternoon.
Can you do a quick count 1 to 10?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, sounds good. Levels of move. Hello. Paul went smoothly. Everything went well. Great travel agent. Yeah, I'll pop in one day. I'll chat. I know, I brought it from overseas, huh? Far out. Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Yep. Up to 10. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's go!
How do I pronounce it? Calandrella? Calandrella. What happened? Oh no! Thanks, Michael. Testing 1, 2. Are we on? Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to you from Elco Park in Geelong for this crucial VPL 2 Round 26 clash. It's the final day of the season between the top team North Geelong Warriors and the third placed Brunswick Juventus. My name is Tonchi Prusak. It's a pleasure to be with you over the next hour and a half. And the equation is simple for the home side. A draw or a win will clinch the league championship for the team in red. Kicking to the right of your screen, and Brunswick Juventus in the black and white, they will be kicking to the left. It's the replay of a famous 1991 VPL Grand Final when the Warriors defeated Juventus 4-1 at the old Middle Park to clinch their first and only VPL title, as the Warriors now go into attack. And immediately there's an opportunity there, and I think that may have been Angus Chapman right from the outset. We're going to go through the team lineup, starting off with the home team, which is looking resplendent in their traditional red, white and blue. In goals, we've got Alexander Mazzaferro, number 5, Anthony Barnavats, number 10, Cassian Angel, Sonny Brimmer wearing number 12, who is the leading goal scorer of the league. He's got 15 goals, and he'll certainly be looking to add to that this afternoon. S.A. Adenom, number 15, Lachlan McGrath, number 19, and Angus Chapman, number 20. He's scored 14 goals, one less than his striking partner, Brimmer, and he'll be looking to overtake his striking partner and add to his tally of 14 goals. Youngster Marcus Periton is wearing number 25, number 34, Matthew Storchich, 35, George Ellis, and number 55, Shun Nakamura, forming the starting 11. For the Zebras, we've got in goals, Liam Price, who's wearing a number 12, and he's got the ball at the moment. Number 3, Lachlan Campbell. Number 8, Luka Lovic. Number 11, Joshua Urbina. Dimitros Paraskos with number 13. Number 16, Sebastian Pronesti. 17, Lachlan Smith. And Pronesti's got the ball now. Tramontana, number 18, Felipe Sanchez, 21, Greg Siamoa, 22, and Christopher Kakidis, number 23. As we see Juventus now with the ball at the back. Absolutely splendid conditions here at Elco Park. Beautiful sunny day. You'd think it was a spring afternoon, but as we head into the final week of winter, and it certainly is the final day of the VPL 2 competition. Across town, not far from here in fact, at Stead Park, Eltham Redbacks, who are in second position, they take on Geelong Soccer Club at Stead Park. And the Lions are currently in third last position, and they need a draw. They will not just a draw, they'll actually be aiming for a win to ensure safety in their first year of promotion. And there's going to be a yellow card here, and it's going to be given to goalkeeper Liam Price, who's drifted well outside his penalty box. And the referee there, Josh Drakeford, was very quick to act on that one, and he said, no, you're going to cop a yellow card for that rather reckless challenge. Well, we've seen the opening 3.5 minutes confined to the Juventus defensive half, and here's an opportunity for the Warriors to have their first shot on goal, or in fact for the first shot on goal in general of this game. Great crowd here on a Sunday afternoon, very unusual, but the Warriors faithful taking advantage of the absolutely fantastic sunny conditions. Ball drifts towards the middle of the post. Barnavats goes up. He's beaten by some of the defenders there. Smith for Juventus. Flurry of arms and legs everywhere around the case. Hunches now getting it out to his right. Smith drifting up the field now on the right wing. Tries to go past two players there. And in the end, it's ball still in play, and it's in the Warriors' goal mouth. Barnavats getting it out to Lockie McGrath. He tries to go through Tramontana. George Ellis now pushing it further afield, where Periton heads it on forward to, and it's going to be very slippery conditions out there. Sonny Brimmer and goes shoulder to shoulder there with Lachlan Campbell, and it is going to be a free kick. I think it was a 50-50 ball. The referee saying, come on, just slow things down a bit. Let's just contain some early tempers. Joshua Drakeford, the man in the middle with the blue kit on today. It's going to be a free kick to Brunswick Juventus, about a metre inside their defensive half. Very, very quickly taken, and Prenesti now has the ball. Goes down the field looking for Tramontana. Tramontana trying to knock it into the middle of the goal mouth. But Mazzaferro was very, very quick to react on that occasion. Periton gets around one player. Threads the ball through to Angel on the far side. Campbell very quick to clean up in the Brunswick defensive half. Urbina knocks it out to his left, but there's no one there on hand. And very, very quickly, Adenom for North Geelong picks it up to Barnavats. And he had a couple of players there, George Ellis and Adenom, but he knocked that ball right in the middle of the two, and the ball has drifted out for a corner, our first corner of the afternoon here at Alco Park. As we said, very simple equation for the Warriors. There's simply put, they need to draw today. At worst, at best, a win to crown them league champions. To the back post. No one there for Juventus. McGrath now heads the ball on further afield to Angel. Barnavats gets it into space to Sonny Brimmer running for the ball. He gets there first, right in front of our commentary position. He tries to get around Tramontana. Ball goes out of play, and it is going to be a throw-in. Good running there by the North Geelong attacker. He's certainly got one eye on the Golden Boot Award. And you can see the Lockie McGrath fan club behind the Southern goals there. They've got some T-shirts, and they've got a nice little coloured banner. They say Adenom with the ball, looking for options. McGrath's lurking there. Goes all the way back to Anthony Barnavats, the captain. In turn to McGrath. Angel. And now it's Brunswick Juventus coming away with the ball. Felipe Sanchez. He's got about 3 players, including Lockie McGrath, to get around. He does so very well. Stays on his feet. Knocks it now to Joshua Urbina, who knocks it in turn back to Tramontana. In turn back to Pronesti. A lot of possession by the Black and Whites at the moment. They can't seem to do too much to penetrate the North Geelong defence. And very, very hard-working Sonny Brimmer, who has been impressive throughout the season, not just for his attacking prowess, but also for his defensive work off the ball as well, whenever he loses possession. And certainly the Warriors have stamped their authority in the early stages of this final round match here at a sun-drenched Alco Park. Shun Nakamura with the ball, goes for a long ball that sort of seems to slip away, and it was Kikidis that knocked it away, but Nakamura again. Angus Chapman goes for a bit of a shot, and it looks like it's taken a deflection of one of the Juventus defenders. It has indeed, and it will be the Warriors' first corner of the afternoon. Cassian Angel now making his way over to the far corner. Angel has scored 11 goals. He's the 3rd highest goal scorer for the Warriors this season. As we mentioned, Chapman, who's got 14, and Sonny Bremer has got 15. For Brunswick, their leading goal scorer is Lewis Gilboy, who's on the bench actually today. That corner kick now. Angel goes to the front post, cleared away on that occasion by Campbell. Back to Angel. He sees at the back post. Ball goes out of play. That was Angus Chapman there. Matthew Stosic, Anthony Barnavats. Both those players lurking in the middle of the penalty box, the tall timber there. Stosic was a goal scorer last week against Springvale White Eagles, along with Cassian Angel in their 2-2 draw right here at Alco Park. Angel now to the near post. George Ellis is there, taps the forward, and there's the first goal of the afternoon. And who other than number 12, Sonny Brimmer. The 11th minute mark, and Sonny Brimmer with a very unique acrobatic celebration there, scoring his 16th goal of the season, and saying, well, where there's one hand on the league title and one hand on the Golden Boot trophy for the man who has done incredibly well this year. Started off the season as a super sub for Stuart Begg. First 3 or 4 games of the season he was on the bench, and on all of those occasions he came off the bench to score a goal, and today he's definitely earned his stripes in the starting lineup. But North Geelong Warriors 1 and Brunswick Juventus 0 here at Alco Park, and we're into the 12th minute of the first half. Goal kick to the Warriors, an opportunity for them now to just settle things down and not allow Juventus to get back into the game. It must be said, it's almost a dead rubber for Brunswick Juventus today. They can't jump into second spot, and interestingly enough, they are being coached by standing coach Anthony Calandrella, after his brother and regular senior coach Michael Calandrella was suspended for copping 2 yellow cards, or a 2-match ban last week. So the McGrath now pushing hard. He dispossessed the ball in the middle of the park. He's got two Juventus players to contend with. The ball came off Joshua Urbina, and it is going to be a throw into the Warriors. Angel Out to Storšić on the left-hand side, who knocks it to Ellis to his right. Knocking it about very, very confidently. Angel, who's been an absolute revelation across the middle of the park this season. Chapman, who's another player who's had an absolute blinder of a season. Barnabas, captain, courageous across the middle, playing more in a defensive midfield role this year as opposed to centre-back that he has been accustomed to. Periton knocks it back to Angel. In turn goes back to Storšić. Cool, calm and collected. He knocks it back to Mazafera, sorry. George Ellis. Further afield looking for Brimmer. McGrath now being a pest around the ball and just putting the players under pressure. Well done, Lockie McGrath there. Urbina. He loses the ball. He tries to regain it. Periton now looking for Chapman inside the box. He gets around his opponent, or does he? Campbell did very well there to recover after slipping. Storšić. North Geelong once again have the ball and they're looking dangerous going into attack. The league champions-elect at the moment, as the live ladder suggests, North Geelong Warriors are the champions, but there is still another 76 minutes to go of this game. McGrath knocks it back now all the way to Adanom. Goes to the left where Storšić is there. And he relays the ball quite easily to Mazafero. Knocking it forward, looking for a player in red. Rebounds to Barnabas, Adanom. The ball goes out of play, knocked out by Christian Tramontana. It's been a convincing start by the Warriors. Certainly well in control. And not just on the scoreboard, but on the field as well. The ball hugs the line and it doesn't quite go out. Does eventually. George Ellis quickly throws it back to his goalkeeper. Alex Mazafero with the long ball into the wind. There is a slight wind advantage here for Brunswick Juventus, going from south to north or from right to left. Urbina out to Paraskos. To Lovic. He's bundled off the ball and two players there both getting the ball, but he managed to somehow get a throw in and he knocks it all the way back to Sebastian Pranesti. Paraskos for Juventus going forward. And there's going to be a free kick there. It was Paraskos bringing down Sonny Brimmer with a bit of a late tackle. No menace in that tackle, but it was a ill-timed tackle. And the referee will have a little word to him. Once again, just telling him to calm things down. And the free kick to North Geelong about 5 metres inside the Warriors' defensive half. Ball goes out of play right in front of our commentary position here at Alco Park. Christian Tramontana to take the throw in. 1-2, and then he knocks it back to Pranesti, to his keeper in Price, who has got a yellow card to match his yellow top. Storšić almost missed that ball, but he recovered very well, and he knocks it back to Mazafero. A combination we've seen quite often in this first half, in the opening 15 minutes. And here's an opportunity for Juventus. Sanchez knocking it out there to Urbina. He tries to go back, but in the end he has to go back to Tramontana. Tramontana with the ball. Hustling and fighting with Adanom, and it is going to be a corner kick. He manages to get a deflection of the North Geelong number 15, who has been quite active in these opening 15 minutes of the game. And as we see now, it's going to be yet another corner for the black and whites. to the back post, easily taken by the North Geelong goalkeeper. Well, wherever you are, we hope you are enjoying today's coverage, live stream of the North Geelong Warriors and Brunswick Juventus game. Adenom now at the other end of the field, doing his very best to block things there, and well done by the North Geelong number 15. As we said, he's been very, very active in these opening stages of the first half here at Alco Park. Warriors leading 1-0 as we're entering the 19th minute, so almost at the halfway point of the first half. And there's that aggressive closing down and tackling that's been evident by the Warriors in the opening stages of this game. And that was on show there with Lockie McGrath blocking that ball. There's going to be a goal kick, but not to worry too much about the outcome of that. It was more a case of ensuring that Juventus weren't able to get the ball forward too quickly. Well, they have got an opportunity now to do so. And North Geelong keeping the ball in. Barnavats now. McGrath shepherding. And here's an opportunity now for Nakamura on the far side. He's got a bit of space. He winds up for the shot, deflected off Luka Lovic, and the ball goes out of play, and it will be a throw in. High flying ball to the back post. McGrath keeps it in play. Tries to get around Tramontana. And when it comes to the Brunswick Juventus players, Tramontana is one of the players that has been quite active, and I guess out of necessity, with the ball being quite often in the Warriors attacking half. Adenom goes all the way back to Ellis. It's easy to spot George Ellis out with that white headband of his. Another one of the homegrown players here at Alco Park, who's worked his way up from the junior ranks and is now calling the senior team his home. Long searching ball for McGrath, doesn't find him, but the ball does go out of play, and it will be a throw-in right in front of our commentary position, in front of a very healthy crowd here at Alco Park. Ellis switches it to Storšić on the left-hand side. And that combination back to the goalkeeper hasn't taken place about 10 times this half. As Hizzard and Ellis now chips it forward. And Periton tried to continue the momentum, but just wasn't able to control the ball in the manner he would have liked to. And it is now a throw-in, quickly taken by Tramontana. A little bit of a flick on to Urbina. Angel now across the middle of the park. He falls over, he handles the ball, but he'd been tripped in the process and receives a free kick right in the middle of the park. Although the referee, Josh Drakeford, I should say, has said move the ball back about 10 metres. The Warriors now. I was going to say in possession of the ball, but they've lost possession as the ball's gone forward. Angus Chapman flying high, but it's come off Chapman and the ball goes out for a throw-in. But it's the Warriors intercepting Barnavats. Storšić. His favourite pass back to Mazzaferro. Ellis now, he's got plenty of time to look what he's going to do. Decides to hug the line, and he goes up into the attacking half. And Brimmer was lurking ominously, and Pronesti had to act very, very quickly. Well, things certainly going according to plan for the North Geelong Warriors. 23rd minute as McGrath now earns a throw in. 1-0 at the moment to the men in red. Edmund tries to get through, and a good defensive play by the 15. Angel now slides it back to Ellis. It opens up a little bit of a gap on the far side with Storšić now. Back to Barnavats in the middle. Playing keepings off at the moment. Ellis going forward. Looking for McGrath. The vision was good. The thought was good. It just didn't end in the way he would have liked to. And Brunswick Juventus with the ball with Sebastian Pronesti going across field to Campbell, who's been rather quiet in the last 10 minutes after quite an active opening 10 minutes. And the North Geelong goalkeeper, Alexander Mazzaferro, now almost having an aim for those kids over in the scoreboard, clearing it away from danger, or at least temporary danger. The other game that's of interest to the local football community here in Geelong is the game between second-placed Eltham Redbacks and third-placed Geelong Soccer Club at Stead Park. And that game happening as we speak. And it will be certainly interesting to see what the result over there is. We'll keep an eye out on any scores that we may get. Urbina pulls the trigger, and Ellis now heads the ball, but it's already been deemed offside. So free kick there to the North Geelong Warriors. Action quickly switches from one end of the field to the other. Urbina now. 1-2 with his teammate. He's got the ball. He tries to get around Barnavats. He tries to get around Angel. Can't do so because Barnavats quickly has that ball to McGrath for North Geelong Warriors. He's got two players to beat. Bremer now. Chips it forward, looking for McGrath. Can McGrath get there? He can. He's inside the box. Dangerous for Brunswick Juventus. Chapman now. He gets around and he's going to be tripped. And there's going to be a penalty there. He clipped him. It was definitely plain to see. And this could be dangerous for Brunswick Juventus because Liam Price is on a yellow card. Is it going to be deemed a yellow card? He's brought Chapman down in the box. It was a slight clip. And Price is turning around to the assistant referee on the near side and saying, come on, you saw it. But Angus Chapman earning that penalty. The penalty will be taken by number 10, Cassian Angel. And the North Geelong Warriors have got an opportunity now to seal this result. And they do so in the 27th minute. Cassian Angel makes it 2-0. And North Geelong Warriors fans here are already, in fine voice, already celebrating because they can sniff a league championship title for the first time since 2009 when the North Geelong Warriors were crowned the State League 2 champions. And, 2025 could, and most likely will see them crowned VPL 2 champions. After last year getting relegated from VPL 1, they could be making a very, very swift comeback to VPL 1 in 2026. It's 2-0 here at Alco Park, with the home side holding a commanding lead midway through this opening stanza. Well, the champagne has been on ice here at Alco Park after last week. The Warriors had an opportunity to clinch it. They weren't able to do so, but on the final day of the season, basked in beautiful sunshine here at Alco Park. The Warriors are ready to let fly with the celebrations, but there's still another 60 minutes at least of this game, and anything can happen. We all know how 2-0 can be one of those scorelines that you just never know. Bremer now going forward for Lockie McGrath. And ball almost came into our direction, but there's more than enough able-bodied hands there ready to protect our cameraman. Ellis now. Almost at the halfway mark. Well played there by Campbell. Very cool and calm by the Juventus defender. And Chapman with a desperate lunge there in front of Kikidis. And tenacious play, tough play by the Warriors attacker. And I guess what's been most impressive by the Warriors today, by the Warriors attackers today, is their desire to get that ball back when they've lost possession of it in their attacking half. In fact, in their attacking third. And that's been the name of the day, name of the game so far today. And as a result, that endeavour, that ferocity at attacking that ball when they've lost it in their attacking half has resulted in the Warriors. And here's another opportunity for a penalty. Chapman once again being bundled off the ball, but Drakeford, the referee, saying, play on, folks. There's nothing in that one. Not too many Warriors players complaining about that. Juventus now, as we tick over the half-hour mark, desperately looking for a goal to get the Brunswick side back into the game. And ball has been called, or an offside decision has been called by the assistant linesman on the far side. Even though Brunswick Juventus are playing effectively a dead rubber, they will finish the season in third position with 44 points. Eltham have got 52 points in second position at the moment, while the Warriors have got 55 points as at the moment. However, with if they manage to get the 3 points, they will conclude the season with 58 points, which is not a bad effort at all. Brunesti out to Campbell. Campbell going for the long ball, looking for and finding Tramontana on the far side, but the Juventus defender who moved forward was unable to control it the way he would have liked to. And the ball goes out of play for a North Geelong Warriors throw. Let's say Ednam. Periton. Marcus Periton there, contending with the ball. And he's going to knock it back to his teammate, who has certainly been one of the Warriors' most active players in the first half hour. Trying to pick a player in the red top who has been the best player is very hard, because they've all put in a very, very good performance. Angel, here's another one. Bruma knocks it to Chapman and almost gets his goal, and it rebounds in. And there we've got it, the third goal Will that be deemed an own goal, or will that be a Angus Chapman goal? We'll give it to Chapman in the 33rd minute. And beautifully delivered and precisely delivered by Sonny Brimmer. And it was well placed for Chapman to knock it into the goalkeeper, Liam Price. And the rebound possibly came off one of the... may well have come off one of the Brunswick Juventus defenders. But at the moment, we'll give it as a Chapman goal in the 33rd minute. And that is pretty much assured the home side of the league title. And now the party can start, even though we've only gone 33 minutes into the game. 1/3 of the match complete here. And the champagne corks are already popping inside Alco Park. And they have organised a post-game celebration with the anticipation that this team will take out the 3 points today. Well, in order to stop that celebration happening, Juventus will have to score 4 goals. And at the moment, things aren't looking like they will do so. Chapman goes to Brimmer inside the box. Lovic pushed aside, and there's going to be a free kick there against Brimmer. Chapman looking to pay back his striking partner who delivered him such a well-timed ball that saw that 3rd goal just moments earlier. It's a hard 50-50 ball there, ricocheted off the Brunswick defender, so it is going to be a throw-in to the North Geelong Warriors. 3-0, and you've got less than 10 minutes to go now, as we're going to have a bit of a lull as they look for a ball. And we're back in action here at Alco Park. Ball comes off a black-socked player. And Danom with the ball directly in front of our commentary position. Goes into the middle of the park. Angel knocks it back to Storšić. Chips it back to Angel, who's got plenty of space now. Pokes it forward looking for Nakamura. Unable to do anything with the ball as Brunswick Juventus now come away from defence and into attack. But the ball there was just that little bit heavy. And it rockets to Alexander Mazzaferro. Barnabas. Back to Ellis. Good little flick on by Brimmer, but wasn't able to turn. The ball goes out of play. Throw in for Brunswick Juventus. Tramontana to Prenesti. To his right, he finds Campbell, who's got plenty of space and plenty of time. In the middle of the park, it's Paraskos. Back to Campbell and back to Prenesti, where it all started from. Tramontana to Urbina. Lovic tries to outpace 2 North Geelong defenders. Periton now upended. Barnabas, and there's going to be a free kick back where Marcus Periton was initially brought down. The referee did allow play on, thinking possibly there would be an advantage, but once there was no advantage, called the ball back. Alice to Angel. The architect in the middle of the park, looking for McGrath, but it's a little bit too far. Over his head, ball goes out of play. Tramontana now to Paraskos in the middle. He goes out to Campbell. Campbell out wide looking for Siamoa, I think it was, on that far side. Paraskos back. Lovic. Paraskos. Lovic again. tries to get past Barnavats. He's drifted forward. The ball ricochets off one of the Warriors players and it ends up with Price. He quickly gets it out to Sebastian Pranesti. Felipe Sanchez out to his right. There's Paraskos, but Chapman now, he's got a bit of space now. Is he going to go by himself? He's got Brimmer to his right. He dances around in a circle. Gets it out to Marcus Periton on the edge of the box. Chips it forward, looking for Brimmer. But he was in no position to attack that ball as Liam Price, the Brunswick Juventus goalkeeper, read that well and was able to intercept. Nakamura. Barnavats now with the ball. Back to Nakamura. Storšić. Looking for Barnavats further up the field. Barnavats using his body well to fend off Sanchez. Back to Storšić. Across to Ellis. And Storšić goes back to his keeper. And those two centre-backs have been a tower of strength. The Rocks of Gibraltar, so to speak, all season. Brimmer now. Back to Angel. Back to Ellis. In turn, back to Mazzaferro. Warriors knocking the ball around quite confidently. Ellis chips it to Angel. A little tuck to Brimmer. Brimmer plays it smart there and knocks it straight into Tramontina. The ball goes out of play. For a throw-in to North Geelong Warriors. Asay Adnam is the man with the ball, and he's been one of the Warriors' best in these opening stages of the game. He's going to get his hands on the ball yet again with a throw-in about 15 metres further up the field. Along with Cassian Angel, I'd say, and Sonny Brimmer, he's been the best player so far. As Brimmer, speaking of which, goes for a shot from an acute angle and it didn't miss by much. We were right behind that line of trajectory, and well, a little bit of a swerve to the right, and that could have ended up in the top corner, but it wasn't the case to be, and a goal kick quickly taken by Brunswick Juventus. 5 minutes to go of regulation time, but here's an opportunity for the Warriors. Brimmer now on the edge of the box. He finds McGrath. McGrath shoots. Price deflects. Barnavats shoots, deflected by another one of the Brunswick defenders. Barnavats now fighting hard for the ball. Tough play. Gets it to Nakamura, or does he? Juventus now can turn defence into attack. Here's an opportunity for Smith, who's been rather quiet on the edge of the box. Gets it out to Siamoa. He tries to get through a wall of North Geelong players, unable to do so. Paraskos out wide to Lovic. And Nakamura now knocks it to Marcus Periton. He goes inboard to Brimmer. Brimmer flicks it over to Periton. It's a race for the ball. Periton's got the ball. He can go one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He gets around the keeper, and it was well done there by Price, who knocked the ball out of Periton's way. And the youngster will be kicking himself for not riding that tackle better. And the ball goes forward looking for Joshua Urbina. He manages to control the ball on the grandstand side. He now tries to get around Adenom. Manages to Adenom knocks that ball out, and it's going to be in fact, a corner kick. Urbina was the one who last touched that ball. But just moments earlier, young Marcus Periton found himself in a one-on-one situation there with Liam Price, who timed to perfection his descent onto the ball and cleanly tapped it away. Chapman now. He tries to control it. McGrath puts his head in. He gets the ball. He's inside the penalty box. He now shoots from an acute angle and forces Price into a save, into a desperate save from close range. And the Warriors are smelling blood here at Alco Park. They can smell a fourth goal And they want to turn this final day's league championship celebration into an absolute rout. They're not going to stop at 3-0. And Cassian Angel now in the 43rd minute. We've still got another 2 minutes of regulation time. There won't be too much time added on. But here's another opportunity for the Warriors to take a 4-0 lead into the break. Angel now chips it forward. Barnavats wasn't able to control his header the way he would have liked to. Angel now. And here's an opportunity for Brunswick Juventus to get one before the break. Siamoa knocks it out wide, but it's not timed well for Lachlan Smith, and it's cleared away by the retreating Warriors defence. Nothing, it seems, Brunswick can do today is going to trouble the North Geelong Warriors. Brimmer now. He stops the ball before it goes out. Chips it forward looking for McGrath. Ball goes out of play and it will be a throw into Brunswick Juventus. Right in front of the packed gallery here at Elco Park. Keep on mentioning it's been a very good crowd. And spectators strewn all around this very lush Elco Park Stadium. Those pine trees on the far side and behind the southern goals. Paraskis going out wide to Campbell, who's floated up into his attacking half. Stosic now desperately trying to clear it away, and it's an offside now, deemed an offside, as we are 44.5 minutes into this first half, so we're almost into stoppage time and there can't be too much time left once we do hit the 45-minute mark. All eyes will be on the fourth official to see if he signifies how much time will be left to play. Free kick now to Brunswick Juventus, just inside their defensive half. And there are 2 minutes to be played, 2 additional minutes to be played as we tick over the 45-minute mark. Is it enough time for Juventus to pull one back before the break? Joshua Bina knocks it back to Prenesti. Goes to his right where Campbell's there. We're going to try and penetrate this very well organised North Geelong defensive unit and have a look at the formation of the Warriors. They really are defending very well, and it's been a feature of their play all season this year. Very experienced defensive unit. Raskos going out wide. Ball floating forward for Lachlan Smith. Stosic clearing it away. Periton doing battle with 2 Brunswick Juventus players in the end. Luka Lovic, the captain, managing to get the ball all the way back to Price. Time running out for the black and whites to do anything in this first half. Is Prenesti trying to go forward, but Adenom interrupts there. Calls for a Brunswick Juventus throw, and Christian Tramontina gets his way. Lovic now. And tap on forward, but Mazzaferro has this under control, diving to his right, nice and low, to ensure that the Warriors retain possession. Nakamura, he's got plenty of time to look around where he wants to go. Goes inwards to Barnavats, who knocks it back to Stosic. Back to his goalkeeper. And he's going to tap it forward to George Ellis. He's got plenty of space. Goes into the middle of the park where Periton's there. Nakamura. Could there be an opportunity for the Warriors to score a goal just before the break? Brimmer on the edge of the box. Controls it well. He manages to now get the ball inside the penalty box. Barnavats now. Angel. Adanom. Back to Alice. Angel to Brima now. Here's an opportunity, one last opportunity. And the ball is going to go nowhere. And it is going to be a half-time interval with the North Geelong Warriors holding a commanding 3-0 lead at the break. They've got one hand on that league trophy, championship trophy. And Brunswick Juventus will need to score at least 4 goals in the second half if they are going to deny the Warriors the league title. But North Geelong Warriors at the halftime break looking very, very convincing. And they will be coming in.
Let's go.
Be back in 15 minutes. Welcome back to Alco Park here in the northern Geelong suburb of Lara, and it's the half-time interval just about to finish up here as we're about to commence the second half in the VPL round 26 clash between the North Geelong Warriors and Brunswick Juventus. If you've just tuned in, it's the Warriors leading Juventus 3-0, and as the live ladder suggests, the North Geelong Warriors are the champions, the league champions for 2025. There is half time around the grounds as well, and there's quite a few games being played at the moment, but the most notable one is the game not far from here at Stead Park, Geelong Soccer Club and Eltham Redbacks. Eltham Redbacks in second position. They are currently leading Geelong 2-0, and what's worrying for the Geelong side is that bottom side Pascoe Vale and Werribee City are 0-0, and more importantly, Essendon Royals and Boroondara Carey Eagles are 1-1, which suggests that according to the live ladder, Geelong Soccer Club will be relegated in 2025 and return back to the State League competition. However, there's still 45 minutes to go over there at Stead Park, and there's 45 minutes to go here at Alco Park.
Let's go.
Drakeford looks around to ensure that there are no more than 22 players on the pitch. There has been a substitution for Brunswick Juventus. We'll check that very, very shortly as we get the second half underway here at Alco Park. North Geelong in the red, kicking to the left of your screen. Brunswick Juventus in the black and white, kicking to the right. And if you've just tuned in, my name is Tonchi Prusak, and it's an absolute pleasure to have your company this afternoon. Beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon here in Geelong. There's Theodore Aresti, who's come onto the park. Knocks it out to Lachlan Campbell on the left. Back to Aresti. Jamie Gazelle also having come on the park, and Rin Takagi has come on. So there's been a triple substitution at half time. Just wondering who the players are that have come off. Try and work that out in a few moments' time. One of those players looks like being Dimitros Paraskos has come off. Possibly Christopher Kakidis as well. He doesn't seem to be out on the park at the moment. Storšić now knocking it out to Nakamura. Warriors, on the other hand, look like they are an unchanged lineup compared to the team at the start. Greg Siamoa out to the left, or out to the right, I should say, looking for Lachlan Smith, and ball goes too far, and in the end it is going to be throw in to North Geelong. Nakamura going forward looking for Sonny Brimmer. Lachlan Campbell there, able to thwart any attempt by Brimmer. And an offside called there. Sebastian Pronesti possibly as well is another player that isn't on the park, number 16 for Brunswick. I would say that they are the three players that are not on the park. Kakidis, Pronesti and Paraskos. One of the new players, Aresti there. Rumer now chipping in, almost getting in between the ball and Liam Price. Liam Price seems to have copped it on the ankle there from a follow-through by Sonny Brimmer. And the referee pulls things up and says, we'll just have a moment there to just see if he's okay. Nunawading City leading Springvale White Eagles 1-0, so that's another team that's in 10th position at the moment. They could quite easily, their position could fluctuate according to results, but it's an important result for them. And Pascoe Vale still 0-0 with Werribee City. The second half has just started there. Burundara Eagles have taken a lead in the 50th minute over Essendon Royals, so that really makes things very, very interesting. Definitely means Geelong now Soccer Club will need a win if they are to stay in the competition at the moment. Although a draw for Geelong could get them above Whittlesea United, who are at the moment 1-1 with Goulburn, so that's not going to work. So unfortunately for the other Geelong club at the moment, things are not looking good, and it certainly looks like they will be returning to State League 1 competition in 2026. However, the North Geelong Warriors are looking very good to be returning to VPL 1. Well, the last time they were in that division, it was known as NPL 1. With NPL Victoria being the elite division, but now things have slightly changed with the change in labels with VPL 1, VPL 2 below the NPL Victoria division. Well, the opening 5 minutes of this second half have been a kind of a subdued affair, with both sides looking to come out and score a goal, but nothing clear-cut as yet. And Juventus with the ball now across the middle of the park. McGrath intercepts. He goes to Adanom, going forward, but it's a turnover as Juventus now has the ball with Luka Lovic, the Juventus captain. Ellis tries to sweep it away. Didn't really get too far. Christian Tramontana now with the ball. Ball goes out of play after coming off McGrath. Sanchez. Campbell now. Good control there, but he's got no options. Needs to go all the way back to Price. Price goes across the pitch. The wind holds that ball up. Lachlan Smith tried to keep it in play with his headed attempt, but the ball does go out of play, and it is a throw-in to the Warriors. A quick turnover there. Takagi now. Fresh set of legs. Goes to another fresh set of legs in Aresti. Sanchez. Out to Smith. He goes to the far post looking for Urbina, finding Urbina. Headed away by Alice. Chapman, Nakamura. Good combination there by the Warriors. Luka Lovic to Gazelle, but it's intercepted by Chapman. Brimmer goes across the field. Here's an opportunity now for Urbina for Juventus. On the edge of the box, Tapped in now, and here's an opportunity, and there's a goal to Greg Siamoa in the 54th minute. Juventus has pulled a goal back in the 54th minute. Good enterprising play there by Joshua Urbina. Managed to find a bit of a gap. He poked it through for Siamoa, and Greg Siamoa scores his 8th goal of the season. Along with Lachlan Smith, he's the second highest goal scorer for Brunswick Juventus. Lewis Gilboy having scored 9. And Juventus have got pride to play here. They want to score a second goal. They want to get back into the match. They want to make things very difficult for the Warriors. And ball's now up the other end in the Warriors' attacking half. But it's Juventus now managing to get the ball away. Theodore Aresti getting a free kick there after his shirt was pulled. And the scoreline, folks, here at Elco Park is 3-1 for the North Geelong Warriors. And a sudden hush descended upon Elco Park after that goal. Burundara Eagles still 2-1 over Essendon Royals, and Eltham Redbacks still 2-0 over Geelong at the moment. Now we've gone 10 minutes into the second half, so as the live ladder suggests, Geelong Soccer Club are heading for relegation, with the Burundara Eagles set to be spared. But still 35 odd minutes to go in the season. And it's Lachlan Smith going to the back post. Joshua Urbina is there. Ball's going to come back to Smith. Knocks it to the front post. This time Nakamura's on hand to block that shot. And ball goes out of play for a throw-in. Temperature seems to have dropped a few degrees here at Elco Park despite the glorious sunshine. Takagi now into the middle of the park, and goal scorer Siamoa almost had an opportunity. And as the ball goes under our commentary position here at Elco Park, as the ball is retrieved, and it is going to be a North Geelong throw-in with Shun Nakamura in possession of the ball. He hugs the line looking for Brimmer, the league's golden boot at the moment. He'd love to have another goal to his account before the end of the day. Takagi straddles into the middle of the park where he finds Urbina. Urbina now going head to head with Adnan, but Chapman was there to help out. He knocks it back to George Ellis. Ellis going forward, looking for McGrath, and McGrath's been running his heart out all afternoon on that right wing. On that occasion, wasn't able to get to the ball in time. Angel now steals the ball. He's on the edge of the box. He was pulled at the shirt, but he's inside the box. He's going to cut it back in, and here's an opportunity for McGrath. It takes a deflection, and it was a desperate Juventus defender that managed to get his foot and block it in time. Otherwise, that would have been the sealer. That would have been 4-1. And it is going to be a corner kick. Angel did the bulk of the work there. Very enterprising run inside the box. He cut it back, and it skewed somehow to the far post where McGrath knew what he had to do, he just wasn't able to get there in time. And it's a bit of a waste of a corner, that one there by Cassian Angel, but he won't be too concerned about that with the Warriors holding a commanding 3-1 lead at the moment. Takagi now out to Aresti. He had Brimmer bearing down on him, and he goes to his left where he finds Campbell. Back to Aresti. Nakimura knocks it down for Barnavats. But Lovic now gets it into Smith on the edge of the box. Back to Lovic inside the box. Here's an opportunity for the Juventus side to do something dangerous in front of goals, but it's going to be McGrath now using his speed to get away. He threads it now over to Chapman. Can Chapman keep it in? He gets a foot to it, but wasn't able to control it. Ball trickles over the line, and it will be a throw-in to Brunswick Juventus. Looks like there's going to be a change being made with Marcus Periton coming off. And Zach Storšić, number 16, coming on. So Coach Stuart Begg giving the youngsters an opportunity to have a run. Periton coming off, being replaced by Zach Storšić. Or was it Cameron Sherry? Cameron Sherry coming on. Number 6, Cameron Sherry coming on the park. Juventus with the ball. High flying kick headed by Chapman. Takagi. Sherry almost getting his first touch of the afternoon. Barnavats now knocks it back to Storšić. In turn to his fellow centre-back in George Ellis. And now Cameron Sherry manages to get his first touch of the afternoon. Ellis with a long searching ball. Looking for Cassian Angel on that occasion. But it's Takagi now for Juventus with the ball. He gets it to Smith. Out to Gazelle. Across the middle of the park. Sherry back to Nakamura. Sherry's been rather active since he's been coming on, since he's come on. Gazelle now. Takagi back to Gazelle. Neat touch there for Smith. Can't pass, tries to get past Nakamura. Rebounds back to Smith. He's looking for options. Goes back to his captain, Lovic. He's got Gazelle on his right. Sliding tackle there by Gus Chapman. Gets the ball out. Lovic. He has to go back to Aresti. Aresti out to the left where he finds Campbell, but it's intercepted by Angel. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He tries to go past Campbell, couldn't get past him, tries to get past Price, can't get past him. McGrath now on the edge of the box. McGrath tries to shoot. Well blocked by the Brunswick Juventus defensive unit. Campbell now clearing it away after Rin Takagi managed to intercept on that occasion. There's going to be a double substitution now for Brunswick Juventus. After all of that, Lachlan Smith coming off. And Connor O'Keefe coming on. Looks like there's just going to be one substitution, it seems. So Lachlan Smith off and Connor O'Keefe on. Desperate Juventus defence, trying everything they can to clear the ball out of their defensive half. Rin Takagi, who's been very active in these early stages of this second half. Lovic as well. He knocks it out to Testi, who's drifted out into the left-hand side. The Warriors' defensive structure is very, very well organised today. It's going to be tested here, but they passed the test with Nakamura getting it away. Broomer or Chapman on that far, like McGrath, in fact, it was on that far side, fighting hard for possession of the ball. Ball goes out of play, and in the end, the Warriors have earned a throw-in, so all that tenacious defending has paid off dividends. Broomer again. There's a handball signalled there by the referee in favour of the Warriors, and they'll get the free kick inside their attacking half. We mentioned early in the game, in the first half, what's been very impressive about the Warriors' strike force has been their desire to retrieve the ball when they've lost possession in their attacking half, and the pressing and the high pressure that they've employed has certainly paid dividends on many, many occasions. Lovic knocking it back now. Angel fighting hard. In the end, it had to be cleared by Tramontana desperately. The ball goes out of play on that scoreboard side, which suggests at the moment that it is 3-0 for the Warriors. It is, in fact, 3-1. Well, it's probably still too early to call it a league title with 64 into our 65th minute, but it's certainly getting closer and closer to the moment when we can say that the Warriors are crowned the league champions. Scores from other grounds. Boroondara Eagles have taken a 3-1 lead over Essendon Royals, and that is rather dire for Geelong Soccer Club, who are still 2-0 down at Stead Park against the league runners-up elect Eltham Redbacks, who have secured promotion alongside the North Geelong Warriors for next season's VPL 1 division. Urbana for Brunswick Juventus, but it's quickly intercepted by the Warriors, and they try and take that into attack, but it's Brunswick Juventus. Lovic now to Gazelle, knocks it to O'Keefe, who's just come on the park. Back to the captain, who once again almost makes the same situation there. O'Keefe now going to the far post, looking for Josh Urbina, but unable to find him. Ball's still in, well, we're going to say there was an opportunity for Juventus to still go into attack, but good play there, good defensive play there by Issei Adanam, and the ball goes out of play for a goal kick to the home side. Just over 25 minutes left of the ball game. Just 25 minutes left of the 2025 season here at Alco Park. And it could certainly be the scene of a league championship triumph for the home side. Barnavats knocks it back to Adanam, who has been absolutely brilliant today. He took his eye off the ball there and lost possession. As Juventus now comes with an opportunity, and it's hit the crossbar. And that was the goal scorer, Greg Siamoa. Let go of an absolute thunderbolt. He could have scored his second goal, and he certainly could have made things look very, very interesting. But it hit the crossbar. And whether Mazzaferro managed to get a touch on that, not too sure, but certainly only inches separated a second goal here for Juventus at Alco Park. That would have made things very, very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. And to make matters worse, if North Geelong was to lose today's game and Eltham Redbacks was to win, Eltham has got a better goal difference, and that would mean that North Geelong would relinquish top spot. But certainly with the result at 3-2, it could have made things very, very interesting. Well, there's a substitution is about to be made, and it looks like the Warriors coach, Stuart Begg, is possibly going to bring on a defender, Raymond Deho. And who he'll replace at this stage, not too sure, but he may wait after this action. It's a corner kick. It looks like Issei Adenom is coming off, and could he be the player that may be replaced? We'll see, wait and see, but in the meantime, there's going to be a corner kick here for Brunswick Juventus. And all eyes on the goal mouth at the southern end. The assistant coach Sean Mann for North Geelong Warriors walking over to see what's happening. But in the meantime, here we go with the corner. Going to the front post. And there's an offside signal by the linesman, and it is going to be deemed a free kick for the North Geelong Warriors. Seemed to be a well-structured, well-rehearsed offside trap there by the men in red. And it's Lachlan McGrath that's coming off for Raymond Deho. And McGrath has really run himself ragged all afternoon. Has had a fantastic game, and on comes the Papua New Guinean international. He's only 17, who returned to the Warriors mid-season after having a stint with the Melbourne Victory NPL team. There's going to be a free kick, looks like, to Brunswick Juventus, and Sonny Brimmer has been issued with a caution for a late tackle there, I believe on is it Lachlan Campbell that's gone down. Indeed it was, and he's earning the wrath of the local crowd, who has certainly let him know where he's playing at today. Free kick to Brunswick Juventus. And we've ticked over 70 minutes, so 20 minutes to go of regulation time here. And the Warriors will be looking for one more goal to seal things, and then they can start the partying on the terraces. And no doubt that will transfer to the players' dressing rooms after the game. But it's still too early to call anything here. There's still a good 20 minutes to go, and any time that's added on, as we quickly have a look at around the grounds and to see if the situation has changed anything. Geelong has pulled a goal back at Stead Park, so Eltham Redbacks now leading 2-1, and Essendon Royals have pulled a goal back at Cross Keys Reserve, so Burundara Kerry Eagles 3-2 up at Essendon Royals. So here we go, here's an opportunity for Angel. He chips Price, but Price anticipated that well, and nothing happened there. So there's goals aplenty at the other grounds. Werribee City 1-0 over the bottom side Pascoe Vale. Nunawading City still leading Springvale White Eagles 1-0. So yeah, all eyes on the game out at Stead Park to see what is going to eventuate in the battle for the relegation. And it's going to be a free kick now to Brunswick Juventus with that was Lewis Gilboy who's come on in the meantime, earning a free kick just in front of the penalty box, a good 25 metres out. Looks like Theodore Attesti getting ready for a strike, as is Greg Siamoa, the scorer of that first goal for Brunswick Juventus, or at the moment the only goal, scoring in the 54th minute. He'll be certainly looking to score his second goal of the afternoon. But it's also Luka Lovic, the captain. Straight into the wall it goes. Doesn't really achieve much. Lovic now. Goes out to the left. Once again, Lovic overlapping. He's got Raymond Diho to contend with, and the youngster does very well, but Juventus able to get that ball back. There are three desperate Warriors defenders. Cameron Sherry leading the charge there. Bruma now. Can he get around his Brunswick Juventus opponent? It's very scrambly at the moment in the middle of the park, as players from both sides really looking to press and really looking to shut down the other team. Connor O'Keefe going out wide to Gazelle, a sliding tackle there by Nakamura. Ball goes out of play for a throw-in to the team in the black and white, kicking to the right of the screen. Approaching the last quarter of an hour of the game. Gazelle in the middle of the park. Lovic, the outside of the foot. Out to Urbina, but he was unable to control it. It looks like he kind of twisted himself in the process as he did so. And he'll be fine, he'll just walk it off. But some interesting scores happening at around the grounds as we approach the 75th minute mark of all of the games. So 15 minutes left in the 2025 season, and still the battle for relegation is well and truly active. And is the battle for the league title still active at the moment, as O'Keefe tries to cross the ball in, but it's blocked by Nakamura, and the ball goes out for a corner kick. Well, if Juventus can score in the next 5 minutes, that will make things very, very interesting. Just as ball goes into the front post. Angel now rebounds it. It's 3-on-1 now for the Warriors. Chapman has the ball. He's going to stream it by himself. He knocks it out to Brima. Brima has a shot from close range. Blocked, and it's taken away by Takagi for Brunswick Juventus. Siamoa goes forward. It's nicely knocked away by Muzaffero. Diha now clears it away to safety. And there are moments or situations at both ends of the park that could have resulted in a goal, but it didn't, and the score remains 3-1. And just a reminder, a draw will be sufficient for the North Geelong Warriors to claim the league title today, but they'll certainly want to do it in style with a victory. Nakamura heading the ball down now. This is a dangerous sign for the Warriors, because Gilboy managed to control the ball, bring the ball down on the edge of the box. He almost knocked it in the path of his fellow attacker Greg Siamoa, but he wasn't able to get to the ball in time, and the end result is a goal kick to the North Geelong Warriors. There's an air of anticipation here at Alco Park, with the Warriors faithful sensing they could be celebrating deep into the night. And as every minute ticks by, that becomes a very real possibility. Nakamura looking for options, decides that he's going to go for Brima further afield. Siamoa now out to the right, but he just couldn't find number 19 in Connor O'Keefe, who seemed to overrun that, and the ball went behind him. Nakamura now to Brima. Brima tries to control things. He's unable to do so. Ball goes out of play after coming off Brima first. Brunswick Juventus throw. Campbell. He's tried his hardest all afternoon. Out to Jamie Gazelle. Storšić. Tapped there by Brima off his head. And it's Campbell now in the corner. Back to his keeper in Price. Barnabas now with no keeper. He saw that for a moment. Sherry now. Nakamura goes forward. But Barnabas saw the keeper was away from his normal position between the posts, but he just wasn't able to get himself into a position to launch for a strike there. So we fast approach the 80th minute mark here at Alco Park. Diho puts his head down. Takagi now. Out to Gilboy on the far side. Juventus desperately moving forward, inching forward, looking for an opening. They want a second goal. They want to really open up this game. As Greg Siamoa there found himself on the edge of the box, and he twisted and let fly with his right foot, but that ball went well over the target. And the end result, once again, at that end of the field, is a goal kick to the home side, North Geelong Warriors, as we're entering the 80th minute now. And the Essendon Royals have scored yet another goal, and it's 3-3 now in their game against Boroondara Eagles, which means Boroondara gets 1 point now, and it means they are still with a better goal difference than Geelong. And here's an opportunity for Juventus, but it has been stopped by the assistant linesman on the near side. And it was Gilboy who was deemed to have been in an offside position. Well, Geelong Soccer Club at the moment 1-2 down. We've gone 81 minutes at Stead Park against Southern Redbacks. If they score a goal, it will be very interesting. It means that they will be out of the relegation zone. And Boroondara have conceded 2 goals, and they find themselves now 3-3 against Essendon Royals. But the interest also is here at Alco Park, because even though the Warriors are 3-1 up at the moment, anything can happen in these last 10 minutes. But in effect, Brunswick Juventus would need to score 3 goals in the next 10 minutes to deny the Warriors the league title. Tenacious play, desperate play by both players on the far side. As the shadows start to creep across Alco Park, Juventus goes into attack. It's going to be a black and white ball right on the halfway line on the far side near the 4th official's bench. Less than 10 minutes to go here. Gilboy now on the edge of the box. He goes to his left. Aresti having the ball. Knocked away by Barnavats. Angel turns. Urbino on the far side. Knocks it to Lovic. Juventus having to go all the way back. Campbell back to his keeper in Price. Price going for a long ball. Nakamura knocking it down. Storšić right in front of our commentary position. Chapman to Sherry. Going forward to Brimmer, but Brimmer was in an offside position, so he decided not to contest the ball wisely. Price now. Juventus trying to get the ball out of their defensive half, but a ferocious North Geelong trying to close them down. It is an enthralling contest here at Alco Park, despite the scoreline suggesting it's a one-sided affair. And overall, it certainly has been the case, but in these last few minutes, both teams playing very desperately, very enthusiastically, very tenaciously. Lorvich now in the middle of the park. Intercepted there by Adanam, who's been a little bit quiet in the last 15 minutes, but he certainly had a fantastic game throughout. Barnabas knocking it forward, and then he heading it just seconds later. Sherry now trying to control it, unable to do so. Nakamura now trying to launch a ball forward, but it's gone almost across the pitch. Urbina now trying to poke it through for Lewis Gilboy, and he's not happy with himself, unable to control it in the way he would like to have controlled it. And it is a goal kick to the Warriors. The wind takes that more than 3/4 of the pitch's length. And it's a Warriors throw. Shun Nakamura in no hurry to take this right in front of the grandstand here. And it is a bit of a subdued crowd. You would have thought with almost just over 5 minutes to go, they would start the singing and the chanting. And now the crowd wakes up a little bit because of the referee's decision. They didn't agree with him on that occasion. And that might be the trigger to fire up this crowd, who will have certainly have cause for celebration, reason for celebration in a few minutes' time, because the North Geelong Warriors certainly look like they will be crowned the league champions for 2025. Gilboy now on the far side. He's got to beat Angel. He cuts inside, and desperate Storšić knocks it out. Raymond Deho manages to get to the ball before the ball goes out of play, and knocking it further afield. A testy now. Lorvich. He pokes it through, but it was going to be an offside, and that was Rin Takagi, who has been Brunswick Juventus' best player in the second half, that's for sure, since coming on. And at this stage, he would figure prominently amongst the votes. And sensation has happened over at Stead Park. Geelong Soccer Club has equalised in the game against Eltham Redbacks, but whilst that has been happening at Cross Keys Reserve, Boroondara Eagles have taken a 4-3 lead over the Essendon Royals. So it certainly seems there is still life in this VPL 2 season, with 5 minutes to go of the season proper. And could that spell heartbreak for Geelong Soccer Club if they only manage to draw there? But they'll be looking at hopefully then overtaking Whittlesea United. And Whittlesea United at the moment, though, are 2-1 up against Goulburn Valley. So things are not looking good for the Lions. But Boroondara Eagles have just taken a 4-3 lead, and it's the 87th minute mark at Cross Keys Reserve. Meanwhile, here at Alco Park, O'Keefe goes to the back post, and there's a sea of arms and legs, black and white, red and white, and Brimmer now clears it away. He's going to get a free kick because I would say that on that occasion, and he's also come down with the cramp as well. No surprise with some of these players absolutely running themselves ragged all afternoon. There's movement certainly on the North Geelong bench as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a few substitutions made in the closing stages of this game. But free kick there for the Warriors, and it's going to be taken by the goalkeeper, Alex Mazzaferro. He goes into the pocket in the far side, and ball is going to go out of play for a throw into Brunswick Juventus. There's at least one and possibly two North Geelong substitutes ready to come on. And we'll just keep an eye on that while we also keep an eye on what is happening on the park. Lachlan Campbell going out to Christian Tramontina. Raymond Deho fighting for the ball for the Warriors. And ball goes out of play, and it is going to be a throw into Juventus. Still no sign of substitution, although the player's getting ready or getting into position to do so. And it looks like it's going to be a double substitution for the Warriors. Ball goes out of play, throw in to Juventus. Not 88 and a half minutes gone. Minute and a half of regulation time left. Tramontina goes forward. There's movement at the back post, but unable to do anything there. Siamoa gets it to Gazelle. Bruma now taps it forward. Lovic now fighting for the ball for Juventus. Back to Campbell he goes. Gazelle to his left, and it's intercepted now. Bad pass intercepted by Adenom. Engel back to Adenom. Tries to get around a couple of players. Is he going to receive a free kick there? He is. And it is going to be a free kick. And it looks like there's going to be a double substitution made. Sonny Brima will be coming off. Spencer Hand will be replacing him, and receives a big round of applause from the North Geelong Warriors faithful. And there's also going to be a goalkeeping substitution as well. Hamish Flavel coming on to replace Alexander Mazafera. And a third substitution as well. Not sure who that third player was. Was it Ivan Razumic, possibly? And Spencer Hands on. Yes, Ivan Razumic is on as well. So a triple substitution there made by the coach of the North Geelong Warriors, Stuart Begg, as we now enter the final 3 minutes of the season here at Alco Park. 3 minutes separates the North Geelong Warriors from an historic league title. And Burundara have taken a 5-3 lead at Essendon. And it's still Geelong and Eltham Redbacks 2-2. So unless the Geelong Lions can get a goal in the dying stages of the match at Stead Park, they will be going down to State League 1 next season. Spencer, hand to Storšić, clearing it away. And what a climactic finish to the 2025 VPL 2 season. And just moments away from the North Geelong Warriors being crowned the league champions here at Alco Park. Boys on the scoreboard are already having fun, suggesting it's a 4-1 scoreline. That is not the case. 3-1 here at Alco Park. And I'm going to call it now. The North Geelong Warriors have been crowned league champions because Brunswick could need to score 3 goals in 2 minutes. In fact, 3 goals in 1 minute, which is not going to happen as they try and make their score look that little bit better. And there is a goal, a consolation goal, scored by Rin Takagi in the 93rd minute. And the Warriors will still hold on for a positive result. It's 3-2 at the moment, and we've got less than a minute, in fact about 30 seconds to play. And the handshakes, the high fives on the Warriors bench are already happening. There is no doubt the North Geelong Warriors have taken out the 2025 VPL 2 league title despite conceding a goal late in the game here. And all eyes on the referee as Chapman now battles for the ball with Gazelle. And there we have it, folks. Congratulations to the 2025 VPL 2 League champions North Geelong Warriors, who have taken out today's final round game here at Alco Park. 3-2, with goals by Sonny Brimmer, Cassian Angel, and Angus Chapman in the first half. It was enough, despite conceding 2 goals in the second half. It was more than enough for the Warriors to take out the league title. And congratulations to the North Geelong Warriors, crowned champions of VPL 2 in 2025. Well, it has been a pleasure calling today's game for you, folks. On that note, we finish today's live stream here from Alco Park as the players, the coaches, the crowd gets ready for one big celebration. We'll see you back in 2026.